Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt video. Today we don't really have such a nice topic to talk about because today we're going to talk about microtransactions, lazy life servers and battle passes that no one is asking for. Final Fantasy, I really love Final Fantasy. Recently Square Enix released a new game. Basically this Mario Kart-esque game, Chocobo GP. Which, thing is, I like Mario Kart. I've played it in the past. I'm not the biggest racing fan, but I do really like Final Fantasy. So when I saw like a cute Final Fantasy spin-off-esque Mario Kart game, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Well, it came out and it's not really cool because it is infested with microtransactions, battle passes and lazy life servers. Yet again, Square Enix doesn't know when to stop with this BS. So the following news I have here, an article from Kotaku. Players rage at $50 Chocobo racing game tries to nickel and dime then. Oh, that is nice to see. Chocobo GP seemed like a welcome surprise when it was announced last year. It was pitched as a follow-up to the 1999 beloved little spin-off Chocobo Racing from the first PlayStation, but this time on portable Nintendo Switch. So this is basically a Nintendo Switch title. And when you are offering it for $50, you expect, of course, like a full game. Well, apparently that's not really the case. In terms of racing, Chocobo GP is what you expect. You choose a character, hop in a cart, collect power-ups, cast spells and drift around turns. Well, that's basically a normal karting game. Mario Kart is like that. I think is there a Crash Bandicoot one? I could be wrong. I've never played it. If you want to get Final Fantasy VII Cloud Strife, that's basically a character in the game. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. You need to buy Chocobo GP's first season pass that costs 800 mithril. So mithril is basically this in-game currency that they have. No one is asking for that. That's basically a free-to-play model that you find in mobile games, not in your $50 games. Mithril packs are $10 for thousands. For 1,000, okay. But a launch period promotion is giving out $1,600 for just 8. Okay, that's wrong spelled. I think they mean 1,600 mithril for just $8. The game will also give you 800 mithril for just logging on during Season 1. So I have some pictures of the game. So you have this lock-in bonus that you get this currency. And the problem is, you get these really famous Final Fantasy characters after really long grinding. These characters, these are important characters. You should just be able to choose them when you pay $50 for this game. And it's not that this game is like a big deal. It's just a racer. It's not an open world game with so many side quests and so much variety in content. Characters are part of these games if you buy it at full price. If I buy Mario Kart, I can choose Mario, I can choose Luigi, or I can choose Waluigi or Princess Peach, you know. But no, Chocobo GP doesn't want that. And we have a lot of complaints, of course, from players that are not really happy. this gentleman here on Twitter. So after about an hour of playing the online mode in Chocobo GP, I managed to win one of its tournaments, and by the end of that time, I'm only at level 7 for the battle pass. You need to get to level 60 to unlock Cloud. One character. This is giving me some Star Wars Battlefront 2 vibes with the Dark Vader unlocking. Oh man. So they purposely made this game really grindy with live service elements that no one cares about, with in-game microtransactions. Square, what are you doing? And I don't really get why Square Enix is doing this. We recently had Babylon's Fall. If you don't know what Babylon's Fall is, that was basically Square Enix's previous game that just released a month ago or a week ago, a few weeks ago, and it's basically already falling and no one is playing it because it's also a lazy live service game, and the game was just also not great. Why? Because Square Enix didn't want to have any big budget for this game. Platinum Games, that made that game, is a really good studio. They have Bayonetta, they have Astral Chain, they have Nier Automata, okay? These guys are good developers. And it's not, I don't think it's their fault that Babylon's Fall just really sucks. You can see that there are problems with their just production, as in we don't have enough money. The cutscenes are literally just the slideshows. The combat system is unfinished and the gameplay is a grind. And the thing is, Babylon's Fall was actually a totally different game 2 years ago when they showed their first gameplay. If you go to the earlier gameplay from Babylon's Fall, you will see a different game from what we have now, which is just weird. If we go to, I have actually Steam numbers. Okay, so the Steam charts for Babylon's Fall at the all-time peak is 1,166 players at all-time peak when the game released. Do you know how bad that is? Oh my god, that is not good. If we compare that to other games, let's say Cyberpunk, of course that is a totally different game. No, let's take Final Fantasy, because that's in their own ballpark, shall I say, or their own. Okay, so I have some Final Fantasy titles here from the Steam charts. Let's take a look at Final Fantasy XIV Online, which is one of their most popular games. All-time peak players, 95,000. That is a little bit more than Babylon's Fall. That just a single player game, Final Fantasy 15, 29,000, which is also much better. A remaster, Final Fantasy 10, 13,000, which is like a 20-year-old game at this point. 13,000 all-time peak. That is just sad. The thing is, I love Final Fantasy. This hurts me a lot. I don't know why Square Enix is doing this. I hope they change this stuff, because Avengers, if you guys know Avengers, when that released, that was a shit show. Babylon's Fall is a shit show. Now you also have Chocobo GP, which is just not a good game. If we go to the Metacritic score of a, let's see, the Metacritic score of Chocobo GP, it's not looking great, with a user score of 1.9. That's ouch. And the Metacritic score is 66. So that is also just the critic score is not good. And the funny thing is, the critics didn't even know about these microtransactions. They added that all later, after the reviews came out. That is just scummy as hell. There are only 65 ratings, which isn't a lot, but we can see no one likes it. Microtransactions in a full-priced game. There's a review here on Metacritic I'm reading. Yeah, it's just a really sad situation for Square Enix. And in the beginning of the year, I also want to show you guys this. We got a letter from the president of Square Enix saying how much they are interested in NFTs for their games. Please, no, Square. No NFTs. If Final Fantasy 16, the big ones, the big titles, if Final Fantasy 16 or the next Kingdom Hearts or the next Dragon Quest, games that we actually matter, we like, if they release with this type of stuff, I will explode. I will make content on it and I will be angry as hell, and I will not support that. So that is just really sad. Do you guys have anything to say about this? I guess, yeah, the same things that I am saying here. Chocobo GP, not a good game. A lot of hate towards it, and for the right reasons, which I find really sad. Let me guys know what do you think of this whole situation, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bye bye!